I stick my head out the car window with my mouth open, biting at the wind. Oh, dog, isn't this exciting, Bruiser? Look at all the air I'm catching. Aren't you excited?
Clearly not as excited as your tail. Can you sit down? You're slapping my face.
Bruiser shouted as she bit my tail. Ow! Sorry.
Hey, play nice, you two.
The human in the front seat said. Sorry, human. What was his name?
I don't know. I don't care either.
Bruiser said, shaking. Oh, cheer up, Bruiser. He seems nice. I boop her small body with my nose.
Stop that. You said that about the last human that picked us up.
This time's different. He smells nice, and he didn't split us up. Bruiser squinted her eyes at me. Don't worry, you've got me.
That isn't reassuring. The whole reason you were left behind the first time was because you weren't aggressive enough.
I tilt my head. I don't know how that's related, but I suddenly have the urge to lick her. I lunge forward and drag my tongue across her tiny face and her body by accident. Whoops.
Stop! Why are you like this?
The human in the front laughed. Nibbling on the nape of her neck, I picked Bruiser up with my mouth and carried her to the ledge under the window. Here, try it. You'll feel better. Still squinting her eyes, she reluctantly opened her small mouth. After a few seconds, she too started biting at the wind. Good job, Meatball. Catching air is fun, but what's even more exciting is pulling up to our new home.
Alright guys, welcome home.
The door opened. I jumped over Bruiser and onto the grass. Whoa, his house is so big! I can't even see the whole thing.
Oh good, more places to hide.
Aw, don't be like that. Come, take a look.
Come on girl, don't be afraid.
Bruiser looked up at him nervously and shied away, shaking. Psst! Hey, Bruiser, say something. Anything, or he won't leave you alone. Bruiser's mouth opened slightly, trembling. I sigh and prance forward, nudging the human's leg. It's okay, human. I got this. I boop her on the nose and pick her up by her neck.
Meatball, put her down.
Yeah, that was the plan, I said through the sides of my mouth. Just as I was about to put Bruiser down, I feel a tug on my collar. She fell to the ground, and I was pulled onto my hind legs.
Oh, she's not hurt.
Of course not. Why would she be?
Sorry, Meatball. It's my first time raising a pit bull. But you're not like what other people say, huh?
The human said while rubbing my neck.
Who's a good boy, taking care of his sister?
I close my eyes as the human's paw makes my neck feel like mush. Me! Learn from me, human, and maybe you can be a good boy too.
Alright, let's go inside and meet Furball.
Ooh, did you hear that, Bruiser? You think Furball is a dog too?
Well, they're not a human.
You don't know that.
I think I do.
Bruiser stayed seated on the driveway, still trembling. I boop her again.
Please don't pick me up again. It's embarrassing.
I pick her up like a puppy anyway, and follow closely behind the human. If I don't, you might upset the human by not following, I said through my teeth. Remember last time? The small humans got bored playing with you, 'cause you were too scared.
That's not my fault. They weren't clear with what they wanted.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a good feeling about this human. He hasn't kicked us yet.
Yet?
The inside of the human's house seemed much bigger than the outside. My jaw dropped, accidentally letting go of Bruiser as I looked up at the tall ceiling. Whoa.
If you're gonna carry me, at least remember before you drop me. I'm not like those evil cats.
No, you're not. You're much too crude and pathetic.
I look towards the staircase and see a small orange creature lounging on the steps. It looked down at us with narrowed eyes and a tail that seemed to have difficulty wagging.
Meatball, Bruiser, meet Furball.
Hi, Furball. I'm Meatball, and this is Bruiser. I'm a pit bull, but I don't know why they call me that. I'm not a pit or a bull. Bruiser is a chihuahua, which is funny because she doesn't actually laugh that much.
It's Chihuahua.
Right. What kind of doggo are you?
I'm not.
Are you a squirrel?
No, Meatball, that's a cat. Have you never seen one before?
Oh, I've always wondered what they look like. I take a few steps forward for a closer look. Furball stiffened as I approached her. Her tail slapped the stairs and her fur stood up. That's a neat trick. She smelled interesting. Not like dirt or grass, but mostly saliva and a hint of blood. I've never met a cat before. I've always been with other doggos even before we met, Bruiser. It In an orange blur, Furball swiped her paw against my cheek and hissed. The scratch hurt at first, but my face was itchy anyway, so it's okay.
Furball, that's not okay. He was just saying hi.
I'm aware, Nathan.
Ah, that was his name. She turned and climbed up the stairs.
Yeah, you better run.
Nathan raised his paw in front of me for some reason and looked at me with big eyes. Did he want me to smell it? Was there a snacko? I moved forward to sniff his paw, but he pulled away. I guess no snacko. Furball's head whipped back and glared at Bruiser, causing her to flinch and edge behind my leg.
Let's be clear, dog. There's only room for one pet in this house, and that's me. You'll be smart to just leave,
she said before resuming her climb and disappearing into one of the rooms.
It's okay. She'll warm up to you eventually. You're just a bit scary to her right now.
Scary? What do you— Oh, that's the spot. Nathan squatted down and scratched my neck. My legs feel weak and I collapsed to the ground. I rolled onto my back as his paw reached for my jellies and rubbed my tummy. I'm glad I have a tail, because if I didn't, the extra vibes would have no place to go. Bruiser, his scratch is so good. You should try it.
No, thank you.
You guys must be hungry. Let's get you something to eat. Come, Meatball. Bruiser.
Oh yeah, food. Let's go, Bruiser, I said, tongue hanging out the side of my mouth.
You're just going to trust him because he scratched your tummy?
Well, he seems nice so far. This one's it, Bruiser. I feel it in my jellies.
You were just scratch there, of course you feel it. Also, you're the only one that calls it that, so stop.
A gurgling sound came from Bruiser's tummy. Oh, I hear your jellies. Don't be such a scaredy cat.
Hey!
A voice shouted from upstairs. Hi! I'm Meatball. Who are you? There was no reply. I wonder who that was.
I think that was Furball.
Oh. Anywho, come on, Bruiser. It's okay to be scared, but it's not okay to be hungry. I push her towards the kitchen with my nose. I hear the sound of a bag opening and the clattering of food. Bruiser suddenly perked up and ran towards the sound, tail wagging. Hey, wait for me! On the floor in the middle of the room were two bowls with a mountain of food pebbles in each. Bruiser was already there, nervously looking and smelling.
It's okay, take your time. It's food, see?
Nathan said, extending a pebble to Bruiser's nose. Bruiser flinched. When Nathan didn't react, she apprehensively approached his hand and sniffed. Maybe he'll trust him more if I eat it first. I lunged forward and snatched the pebbles out of Nathan's hand and began chomping down.
Hey!
Bruiser barked. She didn't often bark, but when she did, it was loud.
That was mine, Meatball!
Sorry. You weren't eating it, so I thought I'd show you it was safe, I said with my mouth full. You should try it. It's so good. Nathan laughed.
Oh, you like chicken, huh? Good to know. There's more where that came from, so eat up. We're going for a walk after.
Lucky!
We quickly inhaled our food and waited anxiously by the door as Nathan attached fence strings to our collars. As soon as the door opened, we bolted out into the front yard, pulling Nathan as hard as we could. Oh, dog, Waki! I wonder if we'll see other doggos. I wonder if we'll see any squirrels. Oh, dog, I haven't been this happy since yesterday.
Do you think he's taking us to a park?
Bruiser said in a reserved yet hopeful tone. I hope so. The street was peaceful. Each house had big green lawns that I wanted to roll in, but Nathan kept pulling me away. Isn't this great, Bruiser? No stinky, noisy cars, nobody yelling at us or chasing us, and no angry doggos. This place is pawtastic.
Don't get too excited, Meatball. What if Nathan suddenly decides to take out the broom tonight? Anything can happen.
Bruiser looked around and sniffed the short metal thing that smelled like water and another doggo's pee. She lifted her leg and marked her territory.
But admittedly, this place isn't too bad so far.
Yeah, he barely tugged on our friend string when you wrote your message.
Hi there.
Coming from behind was another woman. Was this Nathan's friendo? I skipped forward to smell his leg. It smelled like fish. Hi, you! I'm Meatball!
Oh!
The woman screamed. Nathan pulled on my friend string. Oh, dog, is this a challenge? I'm gonna win! I pulled as hard as I could, making the string super stiff.
Meatball, settle down. That guy's afraid of you. You can smell it from here.
I immediately stop and look up quizzically. Silly Bruiser, you can't smell fear. Now with sweat, I can smell that. Fishy.
Hey, Jimmy. Sorry about that. I just got them home from the shelter.
Another 2, huh?
Yeah, it's a humanitarian adoption. I couldn't live with myself letting them die in a cage, you know? These 2 in particular have a rough time finding a home because of their health issues. Anyway, we'll catch up later. See ya.
Bye, friend, I said, wagging my tail goodbye. Nathan didn't bring us to the park, which was disappointing, but we went on a super long walk until the sky darkened. Bruiser had finally relaxed a bit. So much so that she could barely walk and I had to carry her home.
I feel so good. I think I'm ready to nap.
I dropped her onto the floor and sat still as Nathan undid our friendship strings. My jaw felt numb. I bite the air twice, clacking my teeth to regain the feeling in my face. You and me both, buddy, I said, yawning and lying on the floor.
Exciting day for you 2, huh? Come, Meatball, come, Bruiser. I bought you comfy beds.
My ears perked up and I jumped to my feet. What's a bed? Is that a snacko?
No, you sleep on it.
You mean the grass?
It's a soft, squishy thing that you sleep on that makes you feel like you're floating. Or so I've heard. I've always slept outside.
You too, huh? That makes us inside-out buddies.
Carry me, please? And stop talking.
You know, Bruiser, sometimes I think that you don't like talking.
You know I don't. My first human used to hit me if I made any sound at all.
I frown and then start to push her towards the kitchen with my nose. It's okay, Bruiser. No one will hurt you anymore. I won't let them. In the kitchen, Nathan stood above 2 large gray clouds and gestured towards it. I lifted Bruiser in first. It was satisfying to see her stretch out on her bed.
You're a good boy, aren't you? Taking care of your sister?
Nathan said while giving me a head rub. You bet I am. The warmth from the head rub resonated through my head jellies and down to my tippity-tapping foot and wiggity-wagging tail. Okay, enough, Nathan. I want to sleep-oo. It took all of me and my tail to move away from the head rubs. I plopped down onto the bed and I immediately melted. Oh my dog, this feels so good.
I'm glad you liked them. Sorry you guys can't sleep upstairs with me, but Furball isn't accustomed to being around other people or animals. Took her forever just to let me feed her. I wonder if you even understand me.
Huh? I suddenly snored loudly, which jolted me awake. Looking up at Nathan, I said, Oh, sorry about that, I fell asleep. I tilt my head. Were you talking to me? Nathan chuckled again and rubbed my head.
Good night, Meatball.
You woke me up to say that? What a human! Good night, sir! I let my head drop down and I fell asleep immediately. A little later, I woke up to some clinking noises. Around the corner of the kitchen island, Furball was eating anxiously from her food bowl. Maybe you should slow down? I cautioned her. Furball leapt high into the air and landed on her toes with a loud screech.
What are you doing, dog?
Trying to sleep. What are you doing?
I'm trying to eat without you disturbing me.
Well, who told you to wait so long to eat your dinner?
That's my business, dog.
Let it go, Meatball. Cats can do whatever they want.
That's right. Know your place.
But Bruiser, she woke me up.
That's how they are, Meatball. They're spoiled and selfish. Just be grateful she didn't steal our food like other cats do.
Furball came around the island and looked Bruiser in the eye.
That's right. You should be grateful I didn't take your food. I worked hard to earn mine. I'm entitled to this food, but you two? Your charity cases Nathan pitied. What exactly did you do to earn your meals,
Oh, please. Don't pretend like you do anything for the humans. All you cats do is sleep, eat, and lie around. You cats aren't even home half the time.
And yet he still keeps me around. Why? Because I'm independent and he respects me.
Then why did he adopt us? Because no one likes a distant relationship. We keep the humans fit and healthy. We take them out for walkies, we play catch, and we fetch important things for our humans.
Like balls.
Like balls. No one wants a stuck-up entitled cat when they can have fun and loving doggos. But it isn't easy being doggos. We work hard to be useful. Some humans hate us just for being doggos, bark too loudly and we get broomed to the face, run too fast, and they give us away. Meatball refused to fight other doggos and they starved him for days. It's a miracle he's alive. Even playing with kiddos can cost us our lives if we accidentally show our teeth just because of how we look.
At least they let you into their homes.
Her eyes were glistening in the light of the kitchen nightlight.
They abandoned my mother when they moved out and thought she was too inconvenient to bring with them. I was born in the cold and in a stinking alley. When she went out to find me something to eat, she got hit by a car. They didn't even stop to see if she was alright. Nobody even knew I existed until I was brought within an inch of my life by looking for warmth in a car engine. Humans owe us. So yes, I will continue to act entitled because that is the least that is owed to me.
Woof, that's enough. Let's just all calm down. We're not living with those bad humans anymore. We're living with Nathan now, and he seems pawsome. He was nice enough to invite us into his pawtastic home, so we should be working together to return the favor. Woof.
Why should I do that? You hated me as soon as you saw me.
Same could be said about you.
Guys, don't you see that us arguing will make Nathan sad? And if he's sad, he'll send us away. Furball, we're sorry for calling you a cat.
But I am a cat.
I approach her and lick her.
Ew! ¿Qué pasa? What was that for?
I like you. I didn't know that you were like us, but now I do.
How am I like you?
We both came from many homes. We've been hurt by bad humans, but now we found a good human who feeds us, takes us on walkies, and gives us comfy beds. We have a lot in common. If we keep focusing on what makes us different, instead of what makes us similar, we'll be sad and scared all our lives. We might even end up out there again, and I know none of us want that. So, if we're gonna live together, then we should do it peacefully and positively. Woof.
He's right. If you're willing to put away your claws, then so will I. Woof.
Furball looked back and forth between us and the window.
Fine,
She said after a while. The snapping of a tree branch made us all turn towards the noise. What was that?
I don't know, but come back here, quickly.
Bruiser hissed under her breath from behind the kitchen island. How did you end up there so quickly?
Meatball!
Furball hissed, her head sticking out behind Bruiser. You too? See, this is what I meant. You two are same, but different.
Meatball!
Okay. The sliding door clicked and began to move. I ran as quietly as I could around the island. A person dressed in black stepped through and began searching the room.
What are they looking for? They're not here to take us back to the bad place, are they?
I noticed that both Furball and Bruiser were shaking, so I put my paws on them. They immediately settled. Why would they do that? We're happy here, and Nathan's happy, I think. They're probably looking for food.
You think so? Who do you think that is?
I don't know, but they smell like fish.
Does everyone around here smell like that?
Funny, I don't remember seeing any fish. My tummy grumbled. I'm hungry. I could use some fish. I noticed Furball's food bowl was still half full behind us. She probably won't miss it, right? She stopped eating, so she must be full. I licked my nose and quietly moved towards it. The smell was super pawtastic, especially after licking my nose.
Should we tell Nathan?
You should do it. The last time I tried to get my human's attention, they hurt me.
My collar clinked against the bowl as I ate.
Meatball!
I look up at them with my mouth full.
What are you doing? They'll hear us!
That's my food!
Oh, you weren't finished?
They're coming!
Bruiser hissed, running behind the other side of the kitchen island with Furball. The human's footsteps grew louder. I turned to see the human standing over me with a long stick.
There you are.
Here I am. Oh, I knew I recognized that smell. You're Jimmy, right?
Run, Meatball!
As I turned around, something came around my neck and yanked hard, causing me to spit out my food. No! I cried out for my food pebbles.
You're coming with me, big boy. We don't need more of your kind here.
Oh dog, Bruiser, help!
You need to fight him, Meatball! Scare him!
Jimmy's tugs were rough and they hurt my neck. It felt like my first human who whipped me with this bendy stick for not fighting. I feel my neck crack against the stick and a whimper escapes my lips. It hurts. It really hurts. But I don't know what to do. No one ever taught me how to fight, let alone a human. I just want the pain to end. I just want to eat furball snackos and go to sleep.
Meatball! You need to fight!
How?
Growl, bite! Do something! Like what I did when we first met.
My eyes open in realization. That's right. I finally found a home. I can't let go of it that easily. I need to fight for it like Furball did. With so much riding on this exchange, I planted my butt on the ground, leaned back, and looked Jimmy in the eye. With my teeth bared, I declared, "Woof." Jimmy paused. Did it work? He broke into laughter. He suddenly stopped pulling for a moment, and then yanked back harder. Eyes shut from the pain, I feel my tears squeeze through. I hold my breath as I push back.
We need to help too. I'm gonna attack him from above.
From above? You can fly?
Yes.
What should I do?
You're faster and louder. Get Nathan's attention with your loudest bark.
But good dogs be quiet.
Good dogs protect their family.
Bruiser shook nervously, then let out a shaky.
Woof!
What was that? I know you can be louder. Don't worry about getting in trouble. Meatball's in trouble right now. He's counting on you. We gotta repay Nathan, right? Nathan's counting on you too. Jimmy's going to attack me next, so I'm counting on you too. Now let out your inner dog. Be a good boy.
Okay. Woof! 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 Woof!
Good. Now go get Nathan.
I could hear Bruiser's feet tap quickly against the floor as she ran and barked up a storm out the kitchen and up the stairs. My skin crawled in excitement. I'm so glad that she found her voice again. Jimmy's foot hit my chest hard, knocking the wind out of my lungs.
Meatball!
If Bruiser's gonna fight, I will too! A feral growl escapes my lips and I lunge at Jimmy's ankle, sinking my teeth into it. You can't take any of us away! I won't let it! There was a hiss and a growl. An orange blur flew overhead. Furball pounced at Jimmy and scratched at his face. I let go of Jimmy's ankle and said, "Wow!" Jimmy's leg pulled back immediately. Oops. His leg came back, but I dodged it and went after his other foot. Jimmy was swearing and shouting now. In the distance, I hear Bruiser coming back and Nathan's heavy feet running down the stairs.
What's going on?
Jimmy managed to throw Furball off his face, who ripped off his mask with her claws. "Nathan, he's trying to adopt us without consent!" In the split moment it took for me to speak, Jimmy pulled his foot back and kicked me across the kitchen. My head hit the cupboard, and I slumped down to the floor. I can't fight anymore, but Nathan's here, so it'll be okay. I closed my eyes to rest.
Jimmy, what do you think you're doing?
What do you think? You know that pit bulls are banned. They're dangerous. It's how I lost my son. I thought you of all people would understand and be more sensitive. These beasts need to die.
I'm sorry, but this is not the dog that took your son's life. Not all dogs are like that.
You don't know that.
Jimmy pushed Nathan aside and ran out the back door. I can smell Furball and Bruiser nearby. I feel Nathan's heavy feet rumble towards me.
Meatball!
Meatball! Are you okay? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm just a bit tired. I managed to squeeze out. My chest felt tight. Was that a good thing? At least the snackos I ate will stay in my tummy. Nathan picked me up and held me in his arms. He stroked my head and gave me stomach rubs. When he touched my chest, I cringed. My body wanted to fold up.
Oh no, Meatball. It's okay, boy. We'll get you all fixed up.
He set me down on my bed. The best bed in the world. I felt Bruiser's and Furball's tongues on my face. I'm too tired to move now, but I managed to stick out my own tongue and licked Bruiser's nose. Honestly, it felt gross. Her nose was dry, but it tasted like her. I'm proud of you, Bruiser. You finally found your voice.
Stop talking, Meatball. You need to sleep, Boo.
Yeah, save your energy.
Furball pushed her food bowl closer to my head.
Here, have some snackos.
Oh, thanks. I leaned my head forward and picked up a pebble with my lips and sucked it into my mouth. Looks like you can look after Bruiser now too, huh? I'm happy.
We can look after each other.
Furball said, her eyes watering.
Woof.
Woof, I said, smiling. There was a sharp pain in my chest as I swallowed, like a bird poking at me with its weird, sharp mouth. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna sleep-oo now. I closed my eyes as their smell filled my nose and my snackos slid into my stomach. I haven't been this happy since yesterday. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video. Just a reminder that if Furball and Bruiser can put aside their differences, so can all of us. With everything going on in the world, I think we could all use a little kindness. So let's stop judging other people by what makes us different and start celebrating our similarities. We all walk the same earth and breathe the same air, so let's go on walkies and play peacefully and positively together. And as always, if you want to see more videos similar to this one, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to show some more support for the channel and give me some encouragement, check out my Ko-fi page below. Peace!